The next topic looks at exercise and fitness and how this contributes to a healthy and active lifestyle. It's important that you understand that exercise improves health and develops fitness, which in turn enhances performance, and it's very important that you can explain and define each of these terms because they come up quite often in the exam. As you can see, the definitions for each of these terms are now on screen. Exercise is a form of physical activity which maintains or improves health and physical fitness. Health is described as a state of complete mental, physical and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So this just means that being healthy isn't just about not being ill, but it encompasses mental, physical and social elements. Fitness is defined as the ability to meet the demands of the environment, which just means being able to meet the demands of your everyday activities, such as school, college, work and home life. In a sporting context, there are many different components of fitness which we'll look at shortly. And the final term is performance, which is simply defined as how well a task is completed. We're now going to look at fitness in relation to sports performance, and it's important to understand that these can be separated into skill and health related components. Depending on the sport that you play or the position that you play, some will be more important than others. The best way to remember which components fall under which category is to know that skill has 5 letters and therefore there are 6 components, whereas health has 6 letters and there are only 5 components. So it's 6 and 5, 5 and 6. So now we know that there are 6 skill-related components because skill only has 5 letters. The way that we remember which components fall into this category is through the Michael Jackson song ABC, but it's not ABC 1, 2, 3, it's ABC PRS. What each of those letters stand for is agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time and speed. So that's skill, 5 letters, 6 components, ABC PRS, agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time and speed. Moving on to health-related fitness components, we know that health has 6 letters and therefore there are 5 components. The way to remember which components fall under the health-related category is to remember the saying, fat men eat more sweets 'cause fit boys can't. Each of the capital letters from that saying represent one of the 5 health-related fitness components, and as you can now see on your screen, those are flexibility, muscular endurance, muscular strength, cardiovascular fitness and body composition. Just to recap, health has 6 letters and therefore 5 components. The saying is fat men eat more sweets 'cause fit boys can't, and that represents the 5 components of flexibility, muscular endurance, muscular strength, cardiovascular fitness and body composition. We're now going to look in more detail at the skill-related fitness components. You can now see the 6 skill-related fitness components on your screen, and the first one we're going to look at is agility. This is defined as the ability to change the direction of the body quickly, and this short video clip will demonstrate this. So as you can see, it's not about being able to run quickly in a straight line, it's that ability to quickly change direction. We're now going to look at balance, and this is the ability to retain the centre of mass of the body above the base of support, and this can be done in a static or a dynamic moving activity. The short video clip you'll now see demonstrates this from a dynamic point of view.
A couple moments ago as she gets ready. This is a big tumbling pass right here. Her most challenging.
True tumbling.
Wow.
That has been very consistent here.
But just a few moments ago she watched.
Moving on to coordination, this is defined as the ability to use 2 or more body parts together. And there are different types of coordination. For example, racket sports require high levels of hand-eye coordination, whereas something like football would require high levels of foot-eye coordination in order to pass and shoot the ball. Again, this video will demonstrate the use of coordination within physical activity.
I have a dream.
Power is simply speed times strength, and obviously very important for a number of different sports. Again, an example of this can be seen here. Moving on to reaction time, this is described as the time taken between the presentation of a stimulus and the onset of a movement, and this is demonstrated in the following video clip.
Physical, and the other one's more of a processing and starting to make a movement. So we break it down that way. Reaction time is something occurs out there, we take that information in through these two sophisticated cameras, or auditory perhaps, hearing, sound. We take it in, we process it, and finally we may start to make a movement. That time delay is what we call reaction, or quickness.
The final skill-related fitness component is speed, and that's defined as the rate at which an individual is able to perform a movement or cover a distance. And again, this video clip will illustrate this.
Set.
Le premier départ, le bon, Daniel Bailey est en tête, mais c'est Usain Bolt qui passe. Ça y est, Usain Bolt est parti. L'Express, le TGV est parti. Usain Bolt, 958, record.
That was Usain Bolt there breaking the world record to demonstrate speed within physical activity. So that sums up the skill-related fitness components of agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time and speed. And hopefully now you've got a better understanding of each of those and you can apply them to different sports. Moving on to health-related fitness, we know that health has 6 letters, and so there are 5 components, which are fat men eat more sweets because fit boys can't, which translates to flexibility, muscular endurance, muscular strength, cardiovascular fitness and body composition. Starting with flexibility, this is the range of movement possible at a joint, and yoga is something that is used quite regularly in order to improve your flexibility, and flexibility is obviously very important for sports such as gymnastics, but also in order to help you avoid injuries and muscle pulls and tears. It's a very important component. Moving on to muscular endurance, this is described as the ability to use voluntary muscles many times without getting tired. And again, this can be demonstrated by the following clip.
44 strokes a minute, they're in front, they're going to stay in front all the way to the line.
And the crowd rising now, standing, everybody's up there to see this moment as Great Britain and Steve Redgrave cross the line in first place to take the gold ahead of Italy, Australia in bronze.
In contrast to this, muscular strength is the amount of force a muscle can exert against a resistance, which again is illustrated via the photo on your screen now at the Olympic weightlifting contest. Now, this is not about how long your muscles can keep working for without getting tired. Muscular strength is the amount of weight or the amount of force that your muscles can lift, if you like, and therefore it's important that you understand the difference between muscular endurance and muscular strength. Somebody with good muscular endurance may not actually have very good muscular strength because they may not be able to lift heavy weights. Somebody who had good muscular strength and could lift heavy weights may not actually be able to lift them many times, and therefore their endurance would not be very good. Cardiovascular fitness is quite similar to muscular endurance, but rather than looking at how long your muscles can keep working for, this is about the efficiency of your heart, your lungs and your blood vessels to deliver oxygen to the body, and therefore this is about the body's ability to exercise for long periods of time. An obvious example of this would be something like swimming or long distance running, marathon running, which requires your body to work for long periods of time, and therefore your muscles are going to require that constant supply of oxygen. And finally, the last component of health-related fitness is body composition, which is the percentage of your body weight that is muscle, fat and bone. And obviously different sports or different positions in sport will require different types of bodies, different body compositions, and we will look at this in more detail when we look at body types and somatotypes. Hopefully that has now given you a better understanding of health and skill related fitness components, about how you can remember them, and about the definitions for each component. The next stage is to make sure that you can apply that to each specific sport, work out which sports require different components and which components are more important for certain sports. And once you can do that, you will be able to answer any questions in your exam with ease.